Well, there's an interesting development in the Peak household. I don't know how I got started on this, but I came across a cookbook on the internet about wheat bellies. So, anyone ever heard of wheat bellies? Well, it kind of hit a chord with me. My belly's gotten rather enlarged lately, and I think it's mostly due to lack of exercise, but you know what? If I can cut out wheat and gluten, and lose a few pounds, that would be a very good thing. I'd like that. I'd be happy. So anyway, I went exploring. I've been exploring to try to find some gluten-free recipes. And especially bread, because buying it is quite expensive. Well, buying the ingredients is expensive too. But anyway, a couple of the first recipes I found for gluten-free bread were very high in calories. So I had to try to find gluten-free and low-fat. I mean, I don't want to be gaining weight doing this, so duh. So anyway, I found a couple recipes, and I'll show you those. This is, and I can't pronounce this, it's gluten-free brioche. And it doesn't look too complicated. And the other recipe I found is easy rice bread. Now my daughter has gone gluten-free. She doesn't have a strong allergy to it, but she found she feels better, breathes easier when she's running, because she's an avid runner. And so I have used the rice flour and made some cookies with it, and that was very, very good. It's just obviously more expensive than white flour. So anyway, I was on a mission today to find ingredients for these breads, and gosh, this is what I came home with. Went to the health food store, and I have tapioca flour, which is also known as tapioca starch, because one of the recipes calls for tapioca starch. So there's that. I'm not going to stand up. And I have brown rice flour. I have white rice flour. Say that I've used before. It's very good. One of the recipes called for superfine sugar. Not sure what that is. So anyway, I bought some organic sugar that looks pretty darn fine. I don't know what the difference is, but anyway, from spending money on this, I was trying to do it right. Active dry yeast. Now some of them call for sugar or this agave. Again, this stuff is new to me. Nectar. And this is a sweetener, evidently. I don't know that much about it. So I found that in the health food store, decided to get it. And this is another thing, I have no idea what it is, but I found it. One of the recipes calls for it, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. It says on this bottle that it is a natural thickener. So, got that. One of the recipes calls for walnut oil, and actually did finally find a big thing of walnut oil. It was, I don't know, $6 or something. So I bought this almond oil. I hope that's an okay substitute. One of them calls for unflavored gelatin. So I got that in my local grocery store. And one of them calls for dry milk. One of them calls for sea salt. So I got some fine sea salt. And I also found this wonderful pasta in our local store. And not that I'm doing any pasta recipes right now, but I have it on hand. There's the phone, so I will be back.